and internationally. The least of what we can do is to improve on what is, with a view of making it globally relevant. To this end, I welcome you all to a gathering where there will be an interplay of traditional and modernity of benefits of mankind. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I consider it appropriate to bring us to speed by briefing, highlighting where we are coming from regarding this event. Last year, we had the first edition of African Traditional Medicine Day. We were joined by some of the brightest minds in the realm of herbal medicine research. The diversity, expertise, and experiences we had added lots of pep to our discussions, and open, meaningful collaborations that reshaped our understanding of the natural world. With the likes of Professor Moses Atonda, a celebrated scholar of in-depth research in pharmacognosy from Abafemi Awolowo University, Laje, our horizon in the science of herbal medicine was broadened, and he revoked our research mindset to do more to advance herbal medicine. As a part of the fallout of our exposure to the avalanche of benefits of herbal medicine, the university has established a department of complementary alternative medicine that will begin a BSc program in October 2020. At Unimed, we walk the talk. We do not just gather to theorize, we translate outcomes to our research and intellectual discourse to tangible results and often lead to sustainable development. Let me make it abundantly clear that this second edition of African Traditional Medicine Day is not just going to be an expectation. It will birth many innovations that will remarkably impact African traditional medicinal landscape. It needs to be stressed that traditional medicine, although traditional medicine, as known as indigenous medicine, comprise medical aspects of traditional knowledge that developed over generations within the folk belief of various societies, including indigenous people, before the era of modern medicine. Despite its ingenious nature and usage of recent wisdom, it is imperative to find innovative ways to continue to advance traditional medicine to meet up with the global acceptable standards, as health is universal. And in this era of globalization, it makes more humanistic sense to globalize the local and, where possible, localize the global for the benefit of all. It is in this spirit that this year African Traditional Medicine Day has been aptly termed Development and Promotion of Indigenous Herbal Medicine to facilitate universal health care in Nigeria. It's our hope that through this edition, we'll be able to impact positively on universal health care in Nigeria and possibly the world over. To ensure that we achieve our goals of developing and promoting our indigenous herbal medicine to facilitate universal health care, we have intentionally lined up experts in the field to glean from their wealth of experience, come up with new methods and techniques that will align with global best practices. In Zainab Sharif, the Pioneer Director, Traditional Complementary and Alternative Medicine Department, Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare, Abuja. As a policymaker and expert in this field, it underscores the fact that there will be policy backing for decisions that may emanate from this discourse here today. To further add impetus to our discussion, we'll have other heads like Dr. Aziz Aderemi. He just gave us a note and talked to us earlier on, who is the Acting Chief Executive Officer, Interim Administrator, Federal College of Complementary and Alternative Medicine, and Professor Kofi Buswa, former Director of Health Services, West African Health Organization. I don't know whether he's here. Okay, he's absent, but we invited him. This is indeed a gathering poised to redefine the practice of indigenous herbal medicine in Nigeria. Before I close this address, I want to commend the effort of the local organizing committee, particularly the Center for Herbal Medicine and Drug Discovery of the University of Medical Science, for their effort in putting this program together. Once again, you have demonstrated your commitment to excellence with this world-class event. Well done, organizers. Ladies and gentlemen, I encourage everyone present here today to see this event as an opportunity to contribute their quota to the development and promotion of indigenous herbal medicine. We are here because we are a stakeholder in the field, and it will be of our collective glory if we can positively impact the African traditional medicine landscape with our robust and inclusive contributions. I hereby declare this event open and wish you all a fruitful deliberation. Thank you very much. Professor Adeshogu Fatusi, our able Vice Chancellor, who is unavoidably absent, and I'm sure he's here in spirit, even if he's not here with us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Please, let's put our hands together once again for the Vice Chancellor. Now we can say the program has been declared open officially. And all we've been doing since the beginning has been talk, and talk. Now, what is this center about? Center for Herbal Medicine and Drug Discovery. What do they do there? What do they represent? What is the connection between the center and what we are doing today? At this point, we will be showing you some visuals, a sort of documentary, and I invite you to please watch and take some key lessons from the documentary from it, after which we will be moving to the technical session where the keynoter will set the tone for our discussion this afternoon. Please, let's put our hands together for ourselves, for your patience, and for your rapt attention.
Of an ancient town, a quest and a step based in history and a thrust for a future.
For those who do biology, when you see Dutchman pie, the fly is beautiful and it's just like a pie.
Dating back to thousands of years ago, herbal medicine or traditional medicine has gained and fallout of favor in medical field. Indeed, herbal Herbal medicine has been at the forefront of healthcare long before civilization. The history of the use of herbal medicine are testament to the resilience of different people and cultures, preservation of healing traditions for generations.
Herbal medicine deals primarily with the study and practice of using plants to treat diseases or to maintain health amongst the human population.
Herbal medicine is God's gift to our country and to our people.
In line with its agenda for the development of herbal medicine, Nigeria's first specialized medical and health sciences tertiary institution, the University of Medical Sciences, UNIMED, located in the ancient town of Ondo State, Nigeria, has been at the forefront of curriculum development of herbal medicine within the Nigerian university system.
One of the shortcomings of the study and practice of medicine in Nigeria over the years is that we had not given sufficient attention to these God-given resources that we have. We do know that our people have been using this over time. And I think that it's just right that scientists bring their scientific ability to modernize and to improve and to discover new drugs through those things. And so that gap is what we are trying to discover. So why did we start that? Because as Nigeria's first specialized medical and health sciences university, part of our role that we have defined is to help Nigeria to cover gaps where they exist in various dimensions of health and medical sciences. And this is one clear area of gap that we have seen in our country. And we know that there's a lot of potential. There's a huge amount of potential if we are going to focus on this. So our purpose, therefore, is to become catalyst in this, to move people to begin to understand that attention is needed in this area, and also for us to become a leader in that place. Because if we are the first University of Medical Sciences, then we need to demonstrate that leadership in our scientific endeavors, in new discoveries, and also in our day-to-day activities. That is our reason. And again, it's also important to see that current lessons or recent lessons particularly inspired us. And one of the greatest examples that anyone perhaps will know today is the example of artemisinin. That's a drug that was discovered to cure malaria. That's what all of us are using today. Artemisinin combined therapy is what everybody is using today. There's nothing new in artemisinin per se. Artemisinin, for example, is a drug that has been used in Chinese history for more than 600 years. But because the scientists led by UU2 and our team led this, and that drug that our people have used for ages, hundreds of years, suddenly became a discovery that has changed the face of malaria treatment across the world and saving people's lives day by day. So why can't that be done in our country? Why must it be limited to China? Why can't we also focus on our own God-given drug? How many drugs will we have discovered if we had done that? And so that's why for us, it's one of our strategic areas of interest to lead Nigeria to be able to tap into its God-given resources in terms of herbal medicine, using science brought on to bear upon local knowledge, local culture that our people have used for hundreds of years. And I think that if you are able to do that, we can change the face of science and of pharmacology and of drug treatment in Nigeria.
As reported by the Nigerian Tribune of 19th of October 2017, the pioneer Vice Chancellor of the university, Professor Friday Okonufwa, clearly articulated the interests and efforts of the university in designing and running a specialized and scientific-based curriculum on herbal medicine as a course so that people will not mistake it for local herbalists package. As reported in the Punch newspaper of 28 September 2019, the university subsequently submitted a curriculum for an undergraduate degree in herbal medicine to the National Universities Commission in 2019. While these pioneering efforts did not yield the desired results of an approved course at the time, it provided a solid foundation for the university's sustained interest in herbal medicine. There is no doubt that herbal medicine is a strategic focus of UNIMED. The establishment of the Center of Herbal Medicine and Drug Discovery, which was commissioned on 6th May 2021 by the state governor, Arakunrin Oluwarotimi Odunayo Akeredolu, stems from the strong passion of the university for the field of herbal medicine right from inception. The mission of the center is to promote access to effective, safe, and reliable herbal medicinal products through basic and translational research, innovations, trainings, advocacy, and driving the agenda for the modernization of herbal medicine for longer, healthier, happier lives.
Amongst others, the center aims to cultivate relevant plants as well as produce and evaluate herbal drugs using phytochemistry, pharmacology, toxicology for the development of herbal medicine. The center also aims to work with traditional herbal medicine practitioners in order to rationalize and control medicine, as well as run trainings for students in medicine, nursing, and related disciplines.
The center hosted her maiden symposium tagged Herbal Medicine, the Past, the Present, and the Future on the 10th of May 2022 and has entered into a strategic partnership with the Teaching, Entrepreneurship, and Mentoring Team Center, Okigbo, with its over 6 acres of medicinal plants. The Team Center was established by Professor Tolu Odugbemi, FNA Med, FAS, OON, one of Nigeria's leading medical experts and a past Vice Chancellor of the University of Lagos and pioneer Vice Chancellor of the Olusegun Agagu University of Science and Technology, Okitipupa, and an author of several books on medicinal plants.
My father was a school teacher. My mother, school teacher. And I remember when we were in Nigeria years back, when we had children, and of day Eko Asute, Eko Apple, as a call of Amu, Bibajelo, I'm talking in terms of late 40s, early 50s.
What he has put together there is difficult to find anywhere in this country. 6 acres of real and substantial medicinal plants. And so, in our partnering with him, again, we are bringing that opportunity of trying to apply science to what already exists. He has a farm that he has nurtured, he has poured his resources to over decades. And so, in working with him, one, we are going to have access to the resources, the very rich, the unbelievably rich resources that Professor Dubemi had put in that place over a lifetime. And in doing that, he's also going to be helping to fulfill his dream. Professor Dubemi is a scientist, remarkable scientist, as a doctor for microbiologist, former vice chancellor of 2 universities. He's a man who had put in so much in that place. And his dream is not just to put them together, but to use to advance knowledge, to advance science, to advance healthcare practices. So in coming together, therefore, is a win-win situation. That center is going to play a major role. One, for our programs in the area of drug research, in the area of phytomedicine, also in the area of biotechnology, because we need to bring technology to be able to exploit it. It's also going to play a major role in our faculty of pharmacy that will be starting soon. So it is one place that gives us resources that we can tap into. It gives us the leverages to begin to tap into what already exists. It provides a platform for us to teach. As students can go there, so you're not teaching students about this plant exists in books. It exists in book, they can see it in reality, they can touch it, and we can perform experiments. on those things. So that is a good opportunity for us, really partnering with the team center in Okigbo, a fantastic, wonderful center. And I want to thank Professor Dugumi very, very much. I really want to appreciate it, because what he has done there is a legacy that lives forever if you manage them well. And that's why we are excited that he's giving us the opportunity to partner to keep that legacy going and to make it to benefit our people.
The future of herbal medicine, UNIMED, and the University's Center for Herbal Medicine and Drug Discovery is quite bright and highly promising. The center now has a 12-acre area allocated to it for its herbal farm, and this will contribute significantly to the potential of the center to fulfill the vision behind its establishment.
Need I mention also that the Department of Complementary and Alternative Medicine here at the University of Medical Sciences just had our resource verification last week, and it was successful. So UNIMED Center for Herbal Medicine and Drug Discovery, which I happen to be the director today, is the brainchild of Professor Adeshegun Fatusi.
You know, the herbal medicine field had not gained significant ground yet, but Nigeria is waking up to that reality. And I can tell you from different sides. For example, at the federal level, the federal government has an agency on herbal and drug discovery as part of its science and technology. So that means we are beginning to wake up. The Federal Ministry of Health has a unit around herbal medicine. That means there is a future we are beginning to discover. In addition, the WHO, the World Health Organization, in African region also had prioritized this area. There is a call to help our consciousness to realize that we can tap into this for our health care. And so when you begin to see action from the Ministry of Science and Technology, you are seeing action from the Ministry of Health, you are seeing action from WHO, that tells you there is a promise that we are all seeing, a future we are seeing. And let me also say that the West African Health Organization, WAO, has been very passionate about this issue. In fact, WAO at a point in time brought academic members together and scientists to come and develop a curriculum for this area of practice, herbal medicine, bachelor's program, to be run across West Africa. National University Commission had approved a curriculum. So everybody can't be foolish. It's because everybody see a future. And the future is this. Number one, you know, where we are today in the history of use of medicine, for example, antibiotics, we are beginning to have a high level of resistance. The same picture we saw in malaria before artemisinin came on. And so if you are able to discover new drugs, they're going to change the picture around drug resistance, because we are going to have a product to offer the world, just like Chinese had offered the world artemisinin. I see the Center for Herbal Medicine and Drug Discovery, and let me emphasize, it's not just herbal medicine, it's herbal medicine and drug discovery, as one platform to bring our dream as a university to be, because our dream is to be a foremost university known for the progress of its science and the impact it makes through its science and teaching. And so through that platform, I believe that we'll be able to discover drugs. I believe that we'll be able to make us to have greater impact on the Nigerian population. I believe very strongly that that will enable us to also be able to improve the quality of our teaching, the quality of our research, and ultimately is going to make this university a place that is renowned for its work in discovering drugs and in taking our herbal medicine to a new level across our country.
Honor your ancestors' legacy, journeys, and sacrifices by reconnecting the traditions they fought dearly to keep. Rekindle your closeness with nature. Embrace African traditional medicine. It's our heritage and legacy. Happy African Traditional Medicine Day.
Permit me to invite Dr. Miriam Oloye for the keynote speaker citation. Please let's celebrate as she's moved forward.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, permit me to stand on the existing protocol. I would like to invite the keynote speaker to stand up. Ma. I hereby read before you the biography of the keynote speaker, pharmacist Zainab Ujodod Sharif. Zainab Sharif is a pharmacist with over 35 years working experience in her professional career. She has worked with both the state and federal Ministry of Health and now retired as the pioneer director of TCAM, Traditional Complementary and Alternative Medicine Unit, in the Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare. During her career in the service, she worked in the hospital, medical stores, and as an administrative officer until the peak of her career as a director. She was exposed to professional trainings, both national and international, acquiring certificates in hospital pharmacy in Japan, traditional and alternative medicine in both China and India. She became the pioneer MD, CEO of Nigeria Medicinal Plants Development Company from 2008 to 2014, where she pioneered the cultivation and domestication of Artemisia annua in Nigeria for the production of raw materials for anti-malaria medicine, that is, artemisinin-based combination therapy, ACT. Her passion for traditional medicine made her promote the development and utilization of our indigenous plants. She has initiated and served in many committees at the ministry and presidential levels. She has participated in conferences at both national and international levels, where she has presented over 80 papers on traditional medicine. Please let's applaud her. She served as the first female chairman of Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria, PSN, Abuja, in 2007 to 2010. She was the national chairman of the Association of Lady Pharmacists, APS, from 2013 to 2018, where she promoted Project 91, Cultivation of Medicinal Plants, a resource person on traditional medicine to the West Africa College of Pharmacy. National NTA for close to 10 years, known as Nature's Pharmacy. She is an author and has published 9 books on medicinal plants to her credit. She's currently working on 3 books. She's a manufacturer of herbal and medicinal plant products. Currently, she is the first and pioneer pharmacist to establish a herbal pharmacy shop in Nigeria, located on the 3rd floor, 21st City Mall, Asokoro, Abuja. The pharmacy is a massive display of over 250 medicinal plants as a raw material, where she practices apothecarism. She is a recipient of many awards, both national and international, and also a fellow of Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria, PSN. Ladies and gentlemen, please let us stand up and welcome our keynote speaker as she delivered our lecture. Welcome, ma. Okay, ma.
Please, can you stay standing? No, stay standing. We need to oxygenate ourselves. We've been on for almost 1 hour. So let's get the gift of God oxygen in our system so that you can be further increase your mental alertness. Listen to my talk. Deep breath 5 times. I will see, you know who has a very good breathing capacity. People who are very healthy, and we need to, we started practically. I am not here for theory, I'm here for practical. So let's start. Deep breath 5 times. 1, 2, 3. One. Next. 2. The third one. 3. The fourth one. 4. 5th one. Calm down. Is it okay? Okay. You know, when we come to do protocols, we spend more time protocoling. In business, we should learn to do less protocols so that we go straight. However, let me align myself. Like Senator Adeleke will always tell us, our former minister. He said, when you say establish, you people will establish, so many people will fall down. He said, we should align myself with what has been established in the protocols. But I must recognize this University of Medical Sciences by appreciating the VC who called me in person. I think that is a sense of humility. When a whole VC calls you and say, please, I don't know him, he doesn't know me, maybe he knows me then. He said, please, I would want you to come and deliver keynote address. I said, where? I said, okay. He begged me. I said, no, sir, I will do that. I'm supposed to be in Bauchi Medical Sciences to also do a keynote address. I'm from the north, but I honored this before. Honestly, because of the sense and the humility of the VC, please My regards and thanks to him. Ably represented by the indefatigable Deputy Vice Chancellor Academics, a beautiful woman of substance. You know, when I see women, I always feel happy. Please, as a civil servant, extraordinary, I must appreciate the Honorable Minister of State, ably represented by the sole administrator, who is my paddy. We have been in this game together in the Ministry of Health, struggling, talking, doing everything together. I'm glad to see him, and I'm glad he's the sole administrator. That is Dr. Aziz, my colleague. And of course, my department, which we initiated in 2018, through the support of Professor Dr. Isaac Ayodele, who led to the establishment of Traditional Medicine Department in 2018, ably represented by one of my younger successors. You know, I like it when I see young people taking that. Can you recognize her? Thank you. Let me come home. Thank you. And all of you distinguished guests here present. But what is important for today, Medicine Day? We must recognize the practitioners. They are the custodians of encyclopedia of knowledge. If I had come in here, I didn't see any practitioner of repute, it would have been what the biologists called incomplete metamorphosis. So I want to appreciate their president, all the way from when he told me he was coming, he bought his ticket. He said he's coming to support his practitioners here. Dr. Ibrahim Dadanokowa. Okay. And his colleagues that are here, the representative of practitioners, the state, Ondo, I was even told some came from Lagos. You are really having it. Let's appreciate them. And all of you that are around, the practitioners, we welcome you. We're happy to have you. But please try and collaborate with our scientists and researchers for the benefit of what we want to achieve. If you do not do that, it will be too all over again, like Fela said. You see, when I was asked to come to Ondo, I've never been to Ondo. I said, you know, then I remember a darling friend, which we have been friendship for 30 years, right from Kano, and then in Abuja, then she finally relocated. I called her. You say, they said, in Hausa we said, Nza kachigari, kaide dangari. If you want to know a country or a place, go with the owner. Like they say, do as the Romans do, isn't it? So I called my friend, who made sure, insisted she must be with me, and even with her darling daughter. I want to appreciate the politician. She says she's a political heavyweight here. Memuna, please, thank you for it. You see? And our beloved daughter. So I really thank you for coming, honestly. And then the audience here, you know what excites me most? Great Nigerian students. We are going to hand over to them to continue this process. You must listen as students as I deliver my keynote address. You see, when you are asked to be a keynote speaker, please don't talk, I don't want to read. I want to keynote you. I want to stimulate you. I want to excite you. I want to bring you in a scenario that you begin to imagine. Tomorrow I'm going to cultivate a medicinal plant. Tomorrow the University of Medical Sciences will be on the global mark for producing and packaging of herbal products. In the name of God, you will do that. So, simple. The VC said, okay, Hajia, see what we can talk about. And that is simple. Development. You are already developing. Promotion. That is where we are lacking. I have even added one word, commercialization of medicinal plants. For the purpose of clarification today, I want us to listen to the definitions of some words that are being misinterpreted or misrepresented. Medicinal plants also encompasses herbal medicine. The larger group, because some trees are medicinal plants, but they are not herbs. So herbs are some shrubs. But when you bring out the larger picture, which we are looking at, let's give them all the name medicinal plants. I'll be able to clarify so that from today, you know what is herbal medicine. You even know what is traditional medicine. And you also know what is complementary and alternative medicine. And so many other medicine that you should need to know and have an idea and have a change of understanding. Historically, before we existed, next slide, okay, I should be putting it because these are just my outline. Basic introduction, definition of terms, history of ATM, government intervention in traditional medicine, private sector intervention, indigenous medicinal plants with focus on Ondo, NAFDAC TCAM Bill 2024 theme, global market for medicinal plants, value addition from farm to market, challenges, way forward, and conclusion. Before we came on earth, what did God do? He put the Garden of Eden. Do you know why? They were plants for us to use. So, we have existed as long as the existence of plants that God has given to us to fight diseases, to serve as food, and to balance the ecosystem. At times we say natural medicine is encompassing, which is as old as all of us. That means natural ways to have medicines. Sources, plants, water, earth, animals, sun, and air. All of us are breathing freely. Do you know how much it is to buy air? Go to the hospital. When you see people placed on oxygen, then you appreciate God. You know, there is this misconception. You know, when I started this journey 25 years ago as a pharmacist, I said they will say I'm Babalao. They will say I'm Juju. I started as far back as 1996 in Lagos. I think I was divinely anointed to carry out this message. To be a bridge builder between the pharmacists or the scientists and the practitioners. I'm in between. You cannot tell me, an orthodox person, that traditional medicine is wrong because you don't know it. Before you say, go and read and understand and then come back. The traditional medicine extreme, you cannot tell me that the orthodox is wrong. It's you that is right. Please collaborate so that you see you need synergy and good role. When they say Babalao, they think you do Juju. They used to call me Mamalao, even in the ministry. Before I didn't like it, but now if you like, call me Mamalao par excellence. After all, I understand what I'm doing. So I decided to look at religious aspect. You know, the Bible, I'm sure you don't know, listed about 40 plants. Go and find out. The greatest gift given to Jesus Christ, what was it? Myrrh, frankincense, and gold. They are all medicinal plants. This day we use gold in making medicine, nano medicine. Go to India and go to China and see what they are doing. The great quote, 47 Ezekiel 12. What did God say? Fruits of the tree for man's what? And the leaves of what? From the Islamic point of view, this is what pains me. God said you are going to have a disharmony and a disease. But once the disease descends, it comes with a cure. But man, seek that cure and implement it. There is a seed which I noticed you have it in your collection called black seed. Black cumin. The Prophet said, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, it is a remedy for all diseases except death. There comes from the belly a drink of various colors, which is healing for people. You know what is that liquid? 1,000 for somebody who will tell me the liquid. That liquid is what? Correct. Honey. Till today, the scientific analysis of honey, because the way the bee fits on all the flowers, pollen grains from one tree to the other, is a massive nutrients and phytochemicals that are in very pure organic honey. Somebody even prefers the honeycomb. If you give me honey and put the comb, I will take the comb and you can take your honey. The comb has a lot of medicinal value. I'm glad the Center for Herbal and Discovery, please analyze your honey as best as you can. You will know the importance. 80% of the world population use herbal medicine, according to WHO. So, if 80% use herbal medicine, only 20% are using orthodox. Is that not a problem? And this 80% we say is bad. Please, let us rethink. And I'm glad that this university is going ahead and doing serious rethinking. I'm sure that was why I was invited here. Let me pause and appreciate Ondo, because when I was coming to Ondo, I needed to find what is in Ondo. Somebody told me in every house there is a PhD or professors. Am I right? And I need to know whether Ondo people are very hospitable. Let me see it. But I know they are strong academicians, but you see, no matter how academic you are with your PhD, you do not practicalize it. Babu Kome. Practicalize. Make it practical. Nkwame Nkrumah said the weapons of our philosophy should be based on the knowledge and conditions of our people. And it is from these environment factors you should derive your knowledge. What are the weapons? What are your people here doing? What is their knowledge here? Use your professor to work on that. And that is what this center is trying to do. So you're on the right track. We all recognize 3 healthcare systems, don't we? WHO has even accepted, which I want you to know very well. The first healthcare system is your traditional medicine, your indigenous medicine, medicine of the black people, your community medicine, your available medicine, your affordable medicine, your accessible medicine. Medicine of wisdom. I call the traditional medicine people, you know what I call them? The traditional medicine scientists. God gave them. Did you give them? Did they go to lab with you? So use them as traditional scientists to develop the modern science, the synergy, so that what we see is proliferation of products that can stand the international market. As we go along, you see them. So that is your medicine. Then the orthodox, scientifically established, given to us by our colonial masters with defined procedures of training. You know, thank God I'm in the middle. Do you know why? I realized that the orthodox is just one way. It's either this or nothing, which is very wrong. Please, begin to say, let me look this way small and let me look that way small. Remove yourself from that straight thinking, because you will never get what you want to achieve. Complementary alternative medicine. Calm. Any practice, healthcare intervention that is not orthodox or traditional medicine is complementary medicine. Some examples of complementary medicine, like Dr. Aderemi alluded. I said any intervention. Don't call your traditional medicine complementary, for goodness sake. It's not complementary. It's your indigenous medicine. Is there anybody who has not taken Agbo here? Go and ask your grandparents. So, your complementary medicine is this medicine like the Chinese medicine. The Chinese do acupuncture. Acupuncture is traditional to Chinese, but is alternative to you. Homeopathy is traditional to Germany, but is alternative to you. Chiropracticism is from America, is alternative to you. Naturopathy is encompassing. Under naturopathy, you have subdivisions of natural interventions. There is what they call aromatherapy. It's complementary. You use essential oils as medicines. There is hydrotherapy. You use water as medicine. There is soil therapy. You use soil as medicine. There is clay therapy. You use clay as medicine. When I went for a conference in Turkey, a professor of clay medicine was telling me how they use clay as medicine. So when you look at all this combination of health intervention, it is stipulated we have over 100 complementary medicine interventions. Of course, herbal medicine is a complementary medicine. Your own herbal medicine, there is the larger group, West African medicine, there is the African medicine, there is the world herbal medicine. That is why for the purpose of scientific peace, we say herbal medicine. But don't be stupid to go and learn the foreign herbal medicine and forget your own herbal medicine. Yours should be about 80%, except you domesticate some of those things. So, what is traditional medicine? Total combination of knowledge and practices, whether explicable or not, in diagnosing, preventing and eliminating physical, mental or social disease, which was handed down from generation to generation, verbally or in writing. Promoting the role of therapists in health system. We don't sabi book before. What we sabi book, but your papa will tell you this. You went apprenticeship, you understand. So that was the way we do our traditional medicine, which was not documented. But thank God, things are changing. So it is you. You can't tell me when people say I don't believe in traditional medicine, they don't believe in their nation, and they don't. In a way, they don't believe in God, because God said, "I give you plants." And when you rely too much, you know, my experience has shown that when you rely too much on the foreign people to tell you right, you are missing your back. You are missing your society. You are missing where you came. Why are you black? You know, I used to make fun of women. Please permit me, when they wear that wig, I say, what is the wig? Is it not Oyibo? So you want to be Oyibo, you can never be Oyibo. Medicinal plants are the larger group that I've explained to you. Okay? We stop called nutraceuticals. You know, there is something you hear when you go to pharmacy shops, you see nutraceuticals. They refer to food or part of food that has medicinal value. When you go there, and they are the highest selling products than in pharmacy shops. Even the pharmacists selling them don't even really know why they are selling them. You need to read and understand and know why it is happening. And of course, because of the high rate of patronage, FDA will tell you it has not evaluated. Yes, it has not evaluated, because what do you want the pharmaceutical companies, giants, to do? When they spend years researching, for 20 years researching, then they come up with a product, then somebody by the side. So these are international languages and international politics. In everything for the black man, there is international politics. You must redefine your value, and don't, you know, I love the Chinese. I love the Indians. When I went to study Chinese traditional medicine, they have their hospital for Chinese traditional medicine. They call it TETFund hospital. You go there, they treat you with herbs. I went with a colleague who had a swollen ankle. They gave us, you know, like pure water. They gave us sachet of about 21 pieces for 7 days. You know what they said? They said the kidney is affected. So you need to provoke, and they gave her, by the 3rd day, she was fine. Whether, you know, I went to meet my professor. I said, what is this concoction you added? Please let me know. He told me some of the plants, but you know, he told me there was cockroach, there was wall gecko. God did not create anything just like that. We need to find out the purpose. You see, when we talk of phytomedicine, that means they have undergone some standardization. NAFDAC has given you some processes. They have been standardized because NAFDAC, will give you that product that is listed. That means it's safe. Herbal medicine, which you can start. You package medicinal plant parts, either the seeds, the fruits, the leaves, the stem, and the barks. You put them in a combination of one or more. Often at times, a mineral is added, like potash. That is herbal medicine. It's a value chain, and we are going to see an example of value chain. I'm not only going to talk about health, research, you should know money. I want to see the account of this university in selling herbal products and establishing herbal clinics. A lot. Bangam, bangam. Why African Traditional Medicine Day celebration? 31st of August every year. Who declared it? What happened? In 2001, our African heads of state in Abuja declared the need to promote African traditional medicine. The WHO then approved, and then they started implementing it, that henceforth a day should be set aside for celebrating African traditional medicine, where we can evaluate and synthesize what have we achieved so far. And it came up with a strategy, 2000 to 2005. That is to begin to understand your traditional medicine, begin to document your traditional medicine, begin to see how you can train and establish what is happening here today. A further strategy from 2014 to 2023 is to give you, look at it, some policies, regulation, guidelines, strengthening quality assurance, safety, and proper use of effective medicine, which is in line with this theme of 2024. You are to further train, educate. You don't have to give practitioners PhD. They don't need your PhD. You need them more than they. All you need, communicate with them. Niprid is on the global map because of a product called Niprisan. Nicosan. This product was given by a practitioner with 4 medicinal plants, worked with Niprid, and developed the drug that is used in the management of sickle cell. In America, it was not listed as a drug. It was listed as a food supplement. The guy is dead. Today, his family are still getting royalty. And Ministry of Health has given private partnership to May and Baker for commercialization of Nicosan, which they are currently doing. You see, I decided to give you all the WHO declaration, which started 2003. Listen to 2003. Traditional medicine, our culture, our future. It addresses the key issue of integration and intellectual property right. 2000, your culture, your heritage. Just go through some of them. 2012, what is the impact of traditional medicine? 2011, conservation of medicinal plants. That was a great work done by the professor. He's conserving the medicinal plants, which I saw in the documentary. 2014, you can see, go down. Local manufacturing 2018 of traditional medicine products in African region. Practice, TMPs, and the products. 2022, when they saw 2022, there was first decade, 2001 to 2010. They say we have not achieved more. They brought the second decade till 2022. And they say 2 days of African traditional medicine. Progress was achieving universal health coverage. You cannot achieve if you don't have certain things in place, which was mentioned earlier. That is training, quality control, research, because they now begin to know that you are looking at the safety and traditional medicine. When you say traditional medicine, I have defined it. Under traditional medicine, there are many subgroups. Herbal medicine is one of it, which is indigenous medicine. There are traditional bone setters, there are traditional birth attendants, there are traditional surgeons, they are all under traditional medicine. So, try to define. If you are having a collaboration with traditional bone setters, you say you are having traditional collaboration with traditional bone setters. Herbal medicine under your own traditional medicine is your indigenous medicine. The plants that you have, which has been estimated to be over 10,000 species. I went to Ondo, I tried to get, and I saw you documented 607 medicinal plants. You can make all the products that is needed to manage even diseases that are yet unborn. You see, another thing about traditional medicine which we should understand, it addresses you holistically. It is not symptomatic. You know, we in Orthodox, I have headache, take Panadol. BP, take that BP drug. It's going to be a calcium blocker or it's going to be a centrally active. That's how we do it. We look for the active ingredients because we want a specific effect. That is what science has said. And that is why you research. That is why you do clinical trials. Because I have told people, do you know the process of making drug discovery? Initially, it will take you about 20 years to come up with a drug. Scientific drug, pharmaceutical drug, from the beginning to the end. The sources of medicine are three. Either natural sources, synthetic sources, and biosynthetic sources, which is the pharmaceutical. Once a drug is pharmaceutical drug, it becomes a chemical because of the processes involved in bringing out that particular active ingredients from multi-components. So the herbal medicine in natural form, scientists copy the structure of herbal medicine to synthesize it in the lab to produce the synthetic copy. Acetaminophen is a raw material for paracetamol and is the main ingredient. Acetaminophen is developed from one of the products of the petrochemical. That is why we should support the establishment of Dangote petrochemical industry. Petrochemical industry will give you some of the components, antihypertensive, antibiotics, all these antidepressants. They are from the component of thank you, man. They are from the component of some of these chemicals. If they carry all your crude oil, they carry your components, they produce your components. Kai. Okay, a glass of water. Thank you. The younger generation that are here, you must be active. You are going to make money if you follow it right. Because you are going to establish some of you as plant cultivators, semi-processors, value chain, packaging scientifically, marketers, and sellers of herbal products. You see, in all this, you need to be aware. What has government done? I'm privileged to be a Federal Minister of Health civil servant who has been involved in all the steps the federal government has taken, at least in promoting traditional medicine and herbal medicine. You know, some will say they didn't do anything. I think this is an information for the college. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. Just get this information and begin to work on it. Because if you are not well informed, you begin to look what is in Sokoto, what is in your Sokoto. You know, it started as a program in the Department of Planning for 10 years, 1997 to 2007. In 30th of May, you know, I like President Olusegun Obasanjo. The man did well. He set up, he went to somewhere outside the country. They told him in Nigeria, Africa is blessed with medicinal plants. Come and harness it. He now set up a committee called Committee for the Commercialization, Promotion, Development and Commercialization of Medicinal Plants in Nigeria, headed by the late Professor Sofo. You know, he has done a lot in herbal medicine. He also said we should produce a blueprint for the Institute of Traditional Medicine as far as 2006. In 2007, the first policy, which Aziz showed, was developed. Even if you look at the content of the policy, we have not achieved 10%. We were able to bring, then the Minister of Health, Professor Lambo, said, you will see practitioners, almost 14 different associations will come to him. He said, no. Go and meet the Director of Food and Drugs. He's an Ondo man, Omotayo, you know, pharmacist Omotayo. That day, he said, all the 13 associations of the practitioners, he said, make them one. Then they can collaborate effectively with us. From 9 a.m., we did not finish that meeting until 10 p.m. in the night. We came up with a name called NAN-TMP, Nigerian Association of Traditional Medicine Practitioners of Nigeria. It was born. They had their executives. We helped them develop their whatever they wanted. Their board of trustees, they had it. That is why you see, facilitate the formation of practitioners. That was the first time with Fakeye. I like to give recognition to people who have worked. If you don't recognize your predecessors, you will not succeed. I was told your governor, Mimiko, did well. They said he established this university. Am I right? I don't know. So let's appreciate him for that. And subsequently, may the soul of the former governor rest in perfect peace. A man of substance, a man who said it the way it is, the creator of Ametokom, I don't know what you call it. Let's appreciate him. And I hope these governors will do the same. Make Ondo a very vibrant, they say sunshine. I am yet to see the sun. Make what I mean by sun. Many things will happen, oh. Let it be, go to sunshine. But let's just capture the vision of the policy. To see the practice of traditional medicine in Nigeria become a respected mode of treatment, preserving cultural heritage with respectable practitioners and providers, delivering quality healthcare to all Nigerians. And a situation in which economic potentials of traditional medicine are also actualized to the benefit of all. Not only health benefits, economic benefits, natural developmental goal benefits, mission to create an enabling environment for the development of traditional medicine for national health system development and economic practice. The division in 2008, the first publication of herbal pharmacopoeia was done in 2008. 2008 to 2011, we were training and the development of curriculum for camp practitioners. I'm sure you'll be able to have a draft copy of those. And the code of ethics and practice, they have all these things. Just look for them. 2013, that is the presentation Dr. Abdulaziz did. It was a lot of work. They went to Ghana to see how Ghana is doing it. They went to United Kingdom to see how that committee. That is why they came up with that. I think the minister should relaunch that curriculum to send a message during the Traditional Medicine Day. If you adopt that curriculum, and I think it has been approved finally by NUC, you use it for pharmacy students, for nursing students, for medical students, for practitioners that want, as a doctor, go and study traditional medicine and get diploma. Is it bad? Professor Olujoba, professor of pharmacognosy, showed me his mamalao that trained him. When he graduated, she gave him a certificate. You see, establishment of the department in 2018, and these are just the 4 divisions. Traditional medicine practice, complementary and alternative medicine practice, herbal product, complementary and production and commercialization. and then traditional complementary research and development. These are the 4 divisions. So don't hesitate to collaborate with TCAM department, and of course now we have the sole administrator under the Federal College of Complementary and Alternative. They have reduced, currently we are working on the traditional medicine policy will be launched, the reviewed one. And herbal pharmacopoeia, where they have included almost 100 medicinal plants, in addition to the former 22 indigenous. I thought it wise that in pharmacy, we have essential medicine lists. I said, let us have essential medicinal plant lists, which I set up a committee, and that is the book that will be launched by the Minister of State, called Nigerian Medicinal Plants Essential List. It's just a guide for you to have some knowledge of the experts. Professors were there in the committee that came up with that work. So I'm glad that Dr. Aziz has given you that list. You are even giving them before the launch. Now, Joro, you do. Well done. We have a database of practitioners at the Federal Ministry of Health. Because of all this, they are wrangling, fighting, and instead of them collaborating, one wants to be president, one wants to be everything. So we say, no, let's have a database which will help us to know the practitioners. So we have a database, and that is why this is their coordinator, and they have state representatives. Please work with the modern herbal medicine practitioners of Nigeria. Even though we had the non-TAP, you know what is the problem with non-TAP? When they sort themselves out, we'll be able to work with them. They are fighting, so they are 3 in 1. But these ones that are coordinated, they say modern. Why they give the same modern is that they want to collaborate with research institutes. So I think you should use that opportunity. You know, like Dr. Abdul says, the National Council for Health approved that every state should set up a department of TCAM. It will foster harmony. It will foster research. In this state, you need to go to your TCAM department in the Ondo State Ministry of Health to work with them and work with the boards. These are line of making your work easy. You know, of course, we are celebrating the African Traditional Medicine Day, which is a good day. You are bringing us together to tell you what we have done, what we should do, and what we stand to benefit. Let me make you, historically, I think it should be a record. The research into local medicine started in University of Ibadan, 1966. 1977 led to the establishment of Institute of Medical Research. 1970, we had the first national conference on TM in Federal Ministry of Health, where there were so many practitioners. I was told during that time, you know, they were fighting for leadership. One of them died in the meeting. You know, there was one. And then when they said, this man said this one died, they say, you are going to raise him up? Don't raise him up, or you follow. That one didn't do it. They say some of them, their trousers were tearing. That's what I was told during that conference. But I think they are better now. They are not like what you think. 1984, establishment of raw materials and FURO. Because these are people that are dealing with medicinal plants. You go to see what have they done, and you work on it. You know, you don't reinvent the wheel. Just have the privilege of getting the previous information, and then you can analyze some and work on them so that you move forward. You don't have finance. Money is no longer available as it used to be. So fast track it and gain more through effective collaboration. 1988, NIPRID was established. 1993, we have Council of Arts, which is also related to, because they are meant to set up botanical gardens in each state. I don't know whether the Council of Arts has set up one in here. 1993 led to the establishment of NAFDAC degree. 1997, Natural Medicine, FedCam College, we have said it. Artemisinin Development Company. I'll give you a pictorial from farm to market when I come to Artemisinin. Standard Organization. Many of you, do you know the agency called Standard of Organization? It has developed 10 standards for African traditional medicine, currently working in 4 standards. You need to go to their website to find out what they have done. Collaboration. We have the privilege of collaborating with China to train you in their own traditional medicine. The same thing with India. That will be done under the leadership of the Federal Ministry of Health. WAHO, we have talked about WAHO. They have done a lot. They actually, I'm sure you have the West African Pharmacopoeia, volume 1 and 2. They have trained practitioners, they have even trained Orthodox, bring them together. And of course, the WHO recognized the ATM and they have given you strategies. We organized the first TCAM conference 2022. The first lady was there because she loves medicinal plants. Look at private efforts. You can collaborate with them. Professor Morris Iwu, Pax Herbals near you there in Edo by the Reverend Father. Immense Cell from Nature by the late Kafaru. That book is something. Get that book and read it. Ruzu Holistic, Librisan. These are some of the people who are working. Your Quincy Herbals is there. My Herbal Pharmacy. First Herbal Pharmacy in West Africa. Located, I've said, I have 400 herbs in display. I carry out mixing of herbal formulation. You know, as a pharmacist, we are initially apothecaries. When you come, we look at the composition and mix I give to you. And I do also body care products. Let me, indigenous plants, 10,000 species. I told you pharmacopoeia. I told you the review. Essential medicinal plants, common plants by books, plants by Professor Idu, the plant called medicine, healing plants of Nigeria, Professor Iwu and Iwu, West African, Ghana Pharmacopoeia, even Cote d'Ivoire, they have their 29. Ondo, I said, let me look at Ondo just to give you some idea. I don't know if but Ondo has 607 medicinal plants reported by Tolu Odogbami, Medicinal Plants Garden. Team under the center is Ekobo. Am I right? That's the center you showed. Okay, but there's one thing you must consider about value addition to medicinal plants. You must consider viability of these medicinal plants, which depends on agronomical considerations. That means geographical spread, ethnobotanical values, economic values, and commercialization. Don't go and take a plant that is difficult and you want to commercialize it. It will be difficult for you. Some medicinal plants in Ondo with above values include, let me glance through, I saw kola nut. I wish you know the value of kola nut. You add value and you do more medicine to that. You have Morinda, Lucida, Osimum, Gratissimum, Venelia, Magladana. All these are anti-malarials, you can use it. They can develop value chain for commercialization of the plants. 2024 theme. You know, we talked about regulation. The team talks about the support, the provision of quality and team. NAFDAC is currently mandated to provide listing of herbal medicine in line with their established protocols. You must follow their protocols. It's hectic, but manage to do it. At the end of the day, you'll be happy. Because once your product is listed with NAFDAC, that means it's safe. They put all the science language. Don't worry, you are also equipped. Blow them with the science. Give it to them. You'll find that your products can be listed. I want to see some products coming out of medical university, Odo. Okay? Have your clinics, get people to come. When I went 2013 to deliver a lecture at University of Lagos, just like this, I had over 50 professors. I said, professors, why are you calling me to deliver a lecture? You're all professors. They said, no, but this is your area. Do you know why I'm happy today? They have a herbal clinic in Lagos. University of Lagos. Yes, when you go there and they produce herbal products, they make money. You can do that. Professors, academicians, you are supposed to have money, oh, please. But good money, where you can enjoy your life small, go holiday, and come back and refresh your brain and teach the students better. You know, the TCAM Is it not better? Thank you. This is okay? Thank you. Don't worry. Look at the global market. 2021, 135 billion. 2022, 138 billion. 2023, 328 billion. 2030, expected to be 4 billion. UAE is the biggest market. China is the largest producer, followed by Korea, USA, and India. Base in herbal medicine is China, Japan, and India. Base companies in herbal medicine is all in India. Where are you? Only 2 ranch. I'm giving you the quote of Dr. Adeshina when he was the Minister of Agri. He said agriculture, he said herbal medicine is a butter business. It's agric business. It's phytomedicine business. It's cosmetics business. Pharmaceutical, even our drugs, 40% to 45% is from the natural source. Food supplements, environmental, spiritual business. Now they are looking for spiritual business. So practitioners, do your spiritualism. Go sell them. You make money. I want to give you a brief history of this company where I was the MD. Artemisia annua. I want you to be able to cultivate Artemisia annua in Nigeria. You can do that. Let's get the Artemisia seeds. But let me tell you the secret of the seed. When Olusegun Obasanjo went to China, he said he won them, 2002, when there was a shift from chloroquine to malaria. They say we need ACT, and they were very expensive. You couldn't buy it. So, but they said the plant, you can domesticate it. So he set up a committee to domesticate Artemisia annua. And then the committee later on became the company. So he went to China. He said, where is this seed of Artemisia? They showed him. They said, no, it will not grow in Nigeria. No, don't need it. He said, give me the seed. He said, okay. And brought it to Nigeria. Men of wisdom. So this is a plant. I don't need to tell you, you can read more. But it grows in East Africa, Tanzania, Madagascar. The pharmaceutical company then in Kenya, Novartis, was interested in producing ACT. So all farmers had money in Kenya. They were cultivating Artemisia annua. I went to visit that farm. Look at the plant. In Nigeria, we do 2 trials in each geopolitical zones, whether Artemisia, a native of Nigerian plant, will be adaptable to environment. To determine pilots say Taraba, Gombe, Ogun State. I think there was Abeokuta. Ogun, we went to Abeokuta there. Look at it. This is how you develop the nursery. This is the nursery bed. This is how you do it. Look at it. Plateau. See how you give it. Watering. Preparation. Look at it. Look at harrowing. You are now commercializing it. You can harrow. Look at some pilot farms, just to tell you that the plant is good in Nigeria. Look at how it grew. Look at harvesting, getting ready, 6 months biannual plant. That's me when I visit the Karu. We did some trials in Karu. Look at the plant. Look at the leaves. Harvesting. Look at the plant. Look at the seeds there. Look at sorting and sieving. By women, you create job for women. Domesticated. Analyzed Artemisia was between 0.4 to 1.9. That means you have passed the test. They say it should be 0.5. 0.4, that is the artemisinin content to be commercially viable. In Nigeria, you have it 0.6 to 1.29. And this 1.29, we took the samples to a French laboratory in France. They gave us that 1.29. So it's a potential cash crop. We developed guidelines for cultivation, production of Artemisia annua seeds, acquisition of technical knowledge, and production of annual biomass for value addition. Improving the research techniques. Look at it. We started packaging, capsulating to try. These are some of the products that first came up as far back as 2010. Launched by, do you know who launched this product? It was the minister now, the senior minister party. He launched this product. Marketing. This see the books. We came up with these medicinal plants of Nigeria. Moringa oleifera, Artemisia annua. Challenges. Let's look at our challenges. Low level of awareness, sensitization and acceptability of TCAM, delay in passage of the bill, inadequate funding of programs and research, Poor harmony and cooperation between TCAM and conventional practitioners. Conventional, you say that you sabi too much. Practitioners, nobody sabi too much. You must learn and work together. And then everywhere you go, there are schools that are not qualified. They tell you they are running training in camp. They tell it's wrong. No school has yet been recognized by the Federal Ministry of Health and Ministry of Education, except now the one they are trying to work. When we tell these practitioners, they don't like us. I'm a pharmacist. I have my ethics. I can never say your center is qualified to give services when it has not been recognized by Ministry of Education and Ministry. So you see quackery all over. Be careful. Until under the Ministry of Health, with collaboration with Ministry of Education and UC, get this bill passed and establish centers for treatment fast. But with your knowledge, you can have your clinics because you are not going to do the wrong thing. Research. You know, intellectual property is something you should look at. Your practitioners must have confidence in the research so that they know that you are going to protect their interests. If you do that, they will bring you cancer drugs. When they say there is cancer medicine, listen to them. The scientists you are talking about, are they not human beings like you? Why can't you listen? It's only the white skin you listen to. And you were not used as a guinea pig to produce those drugs. Use your own, develop your own. Somebody told me that we can Tebisia until they give us. I said, I will cultivate for 220 million Nigerians because they didn't want us to start. So do your own, Ondo, Southwest, Nigeria, West Africa, Africa. They will come looking for you. I'm almost through. What is the way forward for you? I'm now personifying Ondo. Identify hectares of land for cultivation of medicinal plants. You will do that. Good. Cultivate medicinal plants for value addition. Production of NAFDAC listed herbal medicine, phytomedicine. When you have started, you have set out the facility, begin to look for NAFDAC to guide you. You must get your research, you must get your market, you must widen your cooperation, you must implement your PSC training, masters and PhD, establish herbal clinics with the university. Conclusion. The implementation of TCAM services into the become necessary and long overdue, especially at the primary healthcare level. The need to support research, development, promote, and utilize our products is a wake-up call for all. You don't have medicine security. If they close borders today, you will go to that Babalawo and take his medicine by force because you don't have medicine security. You don't produce any raw material, even the one for paracetamol. We have not produced. Is it not? Yes, giant of Africa. If we do that, we do all this, then we integrate. But you can start your own integration at your level. Primary health care, the clinics you set, gradually. You know one thing about medicine? For this, the highest man will say, give me. But we want it officially integrated. And that is what the Ministry of Health wants to do. And that's why they have done so much work for over 30 years. Nagode. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ma. I don't need to say anything. The reaction to our delivery has actually said it all. Thank you very much, Ma. We appreciate you. She has succeeded in actually setting the note. She says she will keynote us, that she will not deliver it, and she has succeeded in doing that. The most striking thing for me is the $100 billion market. I love that one, and I've keyed into it. Definitely we will talk before you leave, Ma, so that I can see how to maximize what is there. While she was delivering the keynote, the registrar of the university, Dr. Waliola Ekundayo, ably represented by the Deputy Registrar, Governing Council Affairs, Mr. Adeniran, came in. We recognize you, sir. Please a round of applause for him. So going forward now, I want to call on Dr. Benga Fabusiwa Agbaje to read the citation of the guest speaker, Professor Kofi Busia. Professor Kofi Busia is not physically present with us, but he has done a pre-recorded lecture which we are going to listen to. Please a round of applause for her.
Let me align myself with the existing protocol, and let me quickly appreciate the guest speaker. You are highly appreciated. I've been motivated and I've gained something today. I appreciate you, ma. We'll discuss later. Let me quickly go to the business of the day. I have the honor and privilege to read the citation of Professor Kofi Busia. I don't know, is anybody standing for him? Okay, it's online. Okay. Professor Kofi Busia is a distinguished expert in urban medicine research, teaching, and practice. He previously served as the Director of Healthcare Services at the West African Health Organization, WOW, a specialized health institution of ECOWAS based in Burkina Faso. Currently, he holds multiple prestigious academic positions. Adjunct Associate Professor, Reader at Unimed, Ondo, and Editor-in-Chief of the Journal of Urban Medicine, published by SBR. He is also the Associate Professor and Director of Postgraduate Studies and Research at West University in Accra, Ghana. Additionally, Professor Busia lectures part-time in the Department of Chemistry at the University of Ghana and Natural Products. Chemistry at the School of Health, Sport and Blood Sciences, University of East London, UK. He also serves as a principal postgraduate supervisor at the ECOWAS region and has been widely recognized, culminating in his 2030 honor as a Knight of the National Order of Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso. His academic journey includes studies at Birkbeck, University of London, Queen Mary, University of London, Middlesex University, UK, and the Galilee International Management Institute, Israel. He has authored numerous publications on key issues in urban medicine and public health, solidifying his reputation as a leading figure in the field. Thanks for the honor.
Acting Chief Executive, Vice Chancellor Professor Deshagun Fatusi, Acting Chief Executive Officer and Interim Administrator Dr. Aziz Aderemi, Pioneer Director of the Traditional, Complementary and Alternative Medicine Directorate of the Federal Ministry of Health and Social Services, Pharmacist Zainab Sharif, Acting Director, Certificate in Herbal Medicine, Dr. Ogali Uvwapori, distinguished academics and researchers, members of the Traditional Medicine, Complementary and Alternative Medicine Fraternity, students of UNIMED, ladies and gentlemen, members of the press. I'm truly delighted and honored to address you today on the occasion of the 2024 African Traditional Medicine Day under the theme Development and Promotion of Indigenous Herbal Medicine as a means to facilitate universal health care in Nigeria. Given the rich history of herbal medicine on this continent and the the commendable efforts made by this young but prestigious university to establish a certificate program in herbal medicine, you could not have chosen a more fitting theme for this momentous occasion. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, herbal medicine has been an integral part of human civilization for thousands of years. For example, the ancient Egyptians documented over 800 medicinal plants on the Ebers papyrus, one of the earliest known medical texts, around 1550 BCE. In China, traditional medicine has a history spanning over 2,500 years, with the Shannon Bensao Jin, a classic text on medicinal plants, serving as a cornerstone of their medical practice. Africa, as the cradle of civilization, has a similarly rich history of herbal medicine. In Africa, traditional medicine is a cornerstone of healthcare, especially in rural areas where conventional healthcare services are limited. According to the WHO, 70 to 80% of healthcare on the continent is provided through traditional medicine. A 2007 situational analysis by the West African Health Organization, WAHO, found that over 70% of West Africa's population relies on these practices. Despite its extensive use, African traditional medicine remains one of the least documented globally, with much of its knowledge passed down orally. The dominance of conventional medicine, combined with inadequate documentation and codification of traditional knowledge, threatens the preservation of this valuable heritage and has contributed to the marginalization of traditional practices. In Nigeria, for instance, studies reveal that only about 20% of medicinal plants have been scientifically documented. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, throughout history, herbal medicine has made significant contributions to global health. For instance, quinine, derived from the bark of the cinchona tree, was the first effective treatment for malaria, a disease that still threatens over 200 million people annually, particularly in Africa. Discovered in the 17th century, quinine revolutionized malaria treatment and saved countless lives. Similarly, digoxin and digoxin, derived from the foxglove plant, have been used for over a century to treat heart conditions such as atrial fibrillation and heart failure. These drugs remain essential in managing cardiovascular diseases, which are among the leading causes of death globally. In the fight against cancer, the discovery of vinblastine and vincristine, alkaloids derived from the Madagascar periwinkle, marked another milestone in herbal medicine's legacy. These compounds have been pivotal in the treatment of cancers such as Hodgkin's lymphoma and leukemia. Artemisinin, derived from the sweet wormwood plant, represents yet another groundbreaking contribution. Discovered by Chinese scientist Professor Yu Tu, who was awarded the Nobel Prize in Medicine in 2015, artemisinin has become the cornerstone of malaria treatment, particularly in regions where drug resistance is prevalent. According to the WHO, artemisinin combination therapies, ACTs, have contributed to a 60% reduction in malaria mortality rates since 2000. Recognizing the immense value of traditional medicine, the WHO has taken significant steps to promote its development. The WHO's Traditional Medicine Strategy 2014 to 2023 emphasizes the integration of traditional medicine into national health systems, the development of national policies, and the promotion of research and development to validate the efficacy of traditional remedies. In the ECOWAS region, the West African Health Organization has been a driving force in supporting member states to institutionalize traditional medicine in their health systems over the past 17 years. WAHO's 2017-2021 strategic plan identified traditional medicine as a key area for regional health development and has supported member states, including Nigeria, in developing policies, training traditional healers, and creating platforms for collaboration between traditional and conventional health practices. However, despite these efforts, many African governments have yet to fully institutionalize traditional medicine in their health systems. A report by the African Union highlighted that only 12 out of 55 countries have national policies on traditional medicine, clearly indicating a lack of commitment to integrating it into national health strategies. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Nigeria, with its vast and diverse population of over 200 million people, faces unique challenges in promoting herbal medicine. Key among these is lack of rigorous scientific validation of herbal medicines, which is crucial for building consumer confidence, limited capacity in the field, and absence of collaboration between practitioners of traditional medicine and conventional medicine. To address these challenges, the Nigerian government has made significant strides by establishing key institutions such as the Traditional and Alternative Medicine Directorate at the Federal Ministry of Health, the National Institute for Pharmaceutical Research and Development (NIPRID), and the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control (NAFDAC). The TETFund Directorate plays a vital role in bridging the gap between traditional and modern healthcare practices, promoting collaboration and implementing policies aimed at integrating traditional medicine into the national health system. NIPRID is dedicated to conducting research and development in the field of pharmaceuticals, including traditional medicine. However, despite Nigeria's rich biodiversity, which includes over 8,000 plant species used in traditional medicine, there has been limited investment in research to explore their potential. For instance, the Nigerian government allocated just 0.2% of its GDP to research and development in 2020, far below the 1% recommended by UNESCO. To address concerns about the quality and safety of herbal medicines, NAFDAC plays a crucial role in regulating and ensuring the safety of these products in Nigeria. NAFDAC's regulatory efforts help standardize herbal products, ensuring their safety and efficacy before they reach the market. While the efforts of the TETFund Directorate, NIPRID, and NAFDAC are commendable, greater financial support is essential to fully harness the potential of the country's plant medicine resources. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the potential of herbal medicine to contribute to healthcare in Nigeria and across West Africa is immense. However, realizing this potential requires a concerted effort from all stakeholders, particularly governments. As Dr. Margaret Chan, former Director General of the WHO, emphasized, health is a shared responsibility. It requires a collective effort by governments, international organizations, civil society, and the private sector. The late Professor Dora Akunyili, former Director General of NAFDAC, also stressed, we cannot afford to ignore the rich heritage of herbal medicine that our people have relied on for centuries. It is time to bridge the gap between traditional and conventional medicine for the benefit of all. In light of this, I urge the government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to give greater attention to herbal medicine. Its potential to enhance access to quality healthcare across the nation is significant. We must invest in research, support our traditional healers, and ensure that the rich indigenous knowledge of medicinal plants cultivated over centuries is not only preserved, but also advanced for the benefit of future generations. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, I would like to emphasize that the development and promotion of herbal medicine offer tremendous promise for advancing universal health care in Nigeria and throughout West Africa. By leveraging our region's wealth of traditional knowledge and addressing the obstacles to its progress, we can build a healthcare system that is accessible, affordable, affordable, and culturally relevant. Thank you.
Thank you very much for appreciating Professor Kofi all the way from Ghana. That was beautifully presented and we were able to listen to it. We are still coming to questions and answers. I know a lot of things will be bothering our minds right now. There are questions we want to raise. I know particularly for the keynoter, a lot of issues she raised on how to commercialize and how to add value to herbal medicine, and she explained so many things. I don't want to preempt what we want to ask. But before getting to that, so that it will not just be all talk again, there's going to be a sort of interlude. I want to invite the people who are ready for us to perform some traditional dance. We are discussing ancient wisdom here. This is about traditional medicine. And traditional dance is also a part of what we want to have. A bit of housekeeping before the traditional dancers will come on board. During music interlude, we will take some pictures in between so that we can buy time while things are going on, and then we wrap up. So I can assure you in the next 30 minutes or thereabout, we will be out of here. It is time for traditional dance. Please let's give them a round of applause as they come in. Traditional dancers.
Làṣà wa o. Àwa làṣà wa. Àwa làṣà wa o. Àwa làṣà wa. Nínú àṣà yìí náà bí wá sí. Nínú àṣà yìí náà bí wá sí o. A ó gba àṣà wa lárugẹ. Àwa làṣà wa. Ṣàbẹ̀sí òsì rẹ̀. Àwa làṣà wa. South International mọ́ọ̀mọ́. Àwa làṣà. Nínú àṣà yìí náà bí wá sí. Nínú àṣà yìí o. Ọ̀pọ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ tó wà pàtó. Mo ní nídò. Ọ̀pọ̀ náà sọ̀rọ̀. Àwa làṣà. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni. Tọ́gbọ́ sọ̀rọ̀ tó wọ́dọ́. Ewé dídò náà ra. Tọ́gbọ́ sọ̀rọ̀ tó fèrè. Òfin dídò náà ra. Tọ́gbọ́ sọ̀rọ̀ tó wọ́dọ̀. Gbọ́dọ̀ gbára, ọmọ sọ̀rọ̀ pa, ọwọ́ tó lẹ́rọ, ó yẹ ká ló gbogbo rẹ̀ fún ìwúrọ̀ ọmọ ènìyàn. Àwọn ọlọ́lọ́ sọ́rọ́, àsọ̀rọ̀ tó pọ̀ nílẹ̀, àsọ̀rọ̀ tó pọ̀ padà. Ó ti wà látàlẹ́ fẹ́lẹ́bẹ̀ náà ní oṣù mọ̀rọ̀ nígbà gbogbo àwọn ọlọ́lọ́ sọ̀rọ̀. Nínú àṣà yìí náà bí wá sí, nínú àṣà yìí náà bí wá sí o. A ó ga àṣà wa lárugẹ àwa là. Ilé ti dé o. ìrèdè ìrè màmá dé o ìrèdè ìrè màmá dé o center for herbal ló kórè wọ̀lú ìrèdè ìrèdè ìrè màmá dé o ìrèdè ìrè màmá dé o center for herbal ló kórè wọ̀lú ìrèdè ìrè ti dé o ìrè màmá dé o ìrèdè ìrè màmá dé o center for herbal ló kórè wọ̀lú ìrèdè àní ìrèdè ìrè màmá dé o ìrèdè ìrè màmá dé o center for herbal ló kórè wọ̀lú ìrèdè ìrè ti dé o ìrè màmá ó ti dé o center for herbal ló kórè wọ̀lú ìrèdè ìrèdè ìrè màmá dé o ìrèdè ìrè màmá dé o center for herbal ló kórè wọ̀lú ìrèdè ìrè ti dé o ìrè màmá dé o ìrèdè ìrè màmá dé o center for herbal ló kórè wọ̀lú ìrèdè ìrèdè ìrè màmá dé o ìrèdè ìrè màmá dé o center for herbal ló kórè wọ̀lú ìrèdè ìrèdè ìrè màmá dé o ìrèdè ìrè màmá dé o center for herbal ló kórè wọ̀lú onílà pàpẹ́pẹ́ tayo onílà pàpẹ́pẹ́ tayo onílà pàpẹ́pẹ́ tayo kí là ń fọmọ ayò ṣe kí là ń fọmọ ayò ṣe tayo eré là ń fọmọ ayò ṣe kí là ń fọmọ ayò ṣe tayo kí là ń fọmọ ayò ṣe kí là ń fọmọ ayò ṣe tayo kí là ń fọmọ ayò ṣe kí là ń fọmọ ayò ṣe ayò òní làwọn pàpẹ́pẹ́ tayò òní làwọn pàpẹ́pẹ́ tayò òní làwọn pàpẹ́pẹ́ tayò pàpẹ́pẹ́ tayò èrè ayò èrè ayò èrè kí là ń fọmọ ayò ṣe kí là ń fọmọ ayò ṣe ayò wọlé lórí agolo ṣọlẹ́jọ lórí agolo wọlé lórí agolo ṣọlẹ́jọ lórí ayò ṣọlẹ́ lórí agolo ṣọlẹ́jọ lórí agolo títẹ̀ kàkà láyé olèjọ lórí agolo bìsẹ̀ ọba ọláyè ó yà ó lè pa mí láyé o ilé wọ́n lè pa mí láyò ayò ní àtijọ́ o kàyà rán mi sẹ́ bàbá mi rán mi sẹ́ o òde mi lẹ́ẹ̀kí ní ọmọ mi lẹ́ẹ̀kejì kí máa yò ṣe kí là ń fọ́ máa yò ṣe kí là ń fọ́ máa yò ṣe kí là ń fọ́ máa yò ṣe. máa yò ṣe kí là ń fọ máa yò ṣe ayò òní là ń fà pẹ́pẹ́ tayò òní là ń fà pẹ́pẹ́ tayò fà pẹ́pẹ́ tayò fà pẹ́pẹ́ tayò òní là ń fà pẹ́pẹ́ tayò kí là ń fọ máa yò ṣe kí là ń fọ máa yò ṣe. Kí là ń fọmọ ayò ṣe kí là ń fọmọ ayò ṣe. Kí là ń fọmọ ayò ṣe kí là ń fọmọ ayò ṣe.
Thank you very much for the performance. You still have money left there, and you are taking everything. Me, I can also do performance. So will they give me money? You will not give me money. But for time, I won't do my own performance now. Maybe I will do that later. Okay? But we appreciate you so much. Thank you. Please a round of applause for them one more time. At least they've succeeded in charging up the atmosphere again. Okay, now quickly we want to take questions. And I was just told now that Dr. Popola is not around. Is Dr. Fageyimbo around? Okay, so I wear their caps. Are there questions, comments? If you have questions or comments, could you please signify so that I will give you a number and then we follow that order so that we'll respond to the questions. Any question over the keynote speech or the guest speaker speech? Do we have questions? Comments? No question, no comments. Thank you, ma. Number one, number two. From the students, no question. Number three. Okay, I think we take those three and then we'll see if there are other, and you can write it down if you are shy, you don't want to stand up to talk. We take number one.
Thank you so much, Ma, for the insightful presentation. I'm Dr. Tolulope Ajala, a pharmacist and the head of Department of Pharmaceutics and Pharmaceutical Technology here in Unimed on Sabbatical from University of Ibadan. You said one of the challenges that we have is herbal drug formulation. Though time did not really permit you, but I noticed it as one of the challenges that was on that slide. I wanted you to expatiate on that. What is the challenge? Because I was thinking that with what we have at the level of pharmacy, formulation of herbal products is not really a problem per se. Because for almost 17 years, that's what I've been working on. So I wanted to know what exactly the challenge is. Thank you.
We take all the questions and then you respond. Number two.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Pharmacist Akindeko Eniola. I want to especially appreciate the keynote address speaker for this occasion. It was a very good, very keynoted kind of lecture indeed. And I want to appreciate also the Unimed management for bringing up this kind of thing. There is something that I have been looking for in the keynote address as well as the special, the other address we have, but I didn't specifically pick. And that is the area of integration of the traditional medicine into the orthodox medicine practice. And I think that is the major challenge we have. It's a challenge because you mentioned it in part, actually, that orthodox practitioners are always, it has to be this way, we've known it. And they don't want to listen to this side or that side of the divide. And I think the Federal Ministry of Health, if they're going to make significant impact in getting the traditional medicine to where it's supposed to be, we have to be integrated. We have a couple, like when COVID broke, all of us came to realize that we, as a nation, we don't have what it takes to handle our health challenge as a people. We were virtually left with nothing. The next we had was Madagascar. You remember, man? And then government imported some herbal medicine from Madagascar. Does it mean we don't have anything we could use? By the grace of God, my company during that period went into research, and we developed herbal remedies. But the challenge was that I can only use it to treat my family. I had COVID, 3 of my children had COVID during that period. That was what we used. I spoke with doctors' friends, pharmacist friends, use this medicine, use this medicine. They were. So, integration is a major challenge. And we have to devise a way by which we can handle that. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for the wonderful and interesting keynotes. May Allah continue to enrich you with wisdom and knowledge. My questions goes in 2 ways. Number one, when you were mentioning about the quackery school, so I want to ask about that. Is there any Nigerian universities that is offering ABBA courses or ABBA? Because I could remember sometimes ago when I had the what do you call, the advertisement of Unimed. They said they want to start with postgraduate. I don't know, maybe they have started any other one apart from postgraduate courses. And number two, ma'am, I want to ask, the area where government is going to assist those people that have the concepts of ABBA formulation, but there is no money. Like Yoruba adage used to say is that Emma be no Oshebi Owe, where any to makaraje, iye o modin. There are some people that has what they want to offer, but there is no fund. Is there any way that government is going to assist or any other thing that you can put us through on that? Then, like we female, we always have a challenges from religious leaders, like a Muslim, that we are being restricted. But seeing you now and meeting you, I think we have a good way to go on that. That we women, we have focus and we have you as our mentor. That we female, we can move ahead. Thank you so much, ma. I pray that may Allah preserve you for us, ma.
For your question, a quick one. The Dean, you asked about herbal formulation, the challenge. You see, one thing with herbal formulation, they come in different forms. That's what I was telling you. I said, if you are formulating herbal medicine, which I defined, combination of different parts, it may not just be monocomponent. You may have 2 or more components. So you need to understand, why are you adding those components? What is the role of those components in herbal medicine? Before you go further, while you are formulating, you know you are not talking about phytomedicine, because you are adding value. Okay? If you go to the market, they just give you the crude, you carry it home. But when you begin to formulate A, B, C, D, why are you doing it? Okay? And then from the phytomedicine, I make sure that you understand pharmaceutical medicines. When you begin to look for active ingredients from a formulation, it's no longer herbal medicine. Are you getting my point? This is what I want us to be very clear about. You see, they use like standardized extract of herbal formulation. If you see some of these supplements, they have done some semi-processing. Okay? Maybe added alcohol to get some ingredients and then freeze dry it to get powder combination. But our journey to drug discovery, which is pharmaceutical medicine, it goes off from the track of herbal medicine, where you have to do analysis. You know now, chromatography. Briefly, if you want to go into it, you need to spend about $58 to $100 million to get to that. So what I'm advising us as Africans, we don't have that money to go long journey. Let's start with the minimum. herbal medicine in a package way, approved by NAFDAC, listing. Okay, it's called listing for 2 years. You can sell. That's why you not use the word anti-malaria medicine. The clinical trials of making sure it's anti-malaria. So, because it's a very difficult thing, that's why they call it listing. At least let us use the listing. What is important to a patient, to a human being, is that I have bought your herbal remedy and I'm better. That's it. But we know that test with guinea pigs before you know. Nutritional foods is easy way to go, and it gives you the health benefits. The first medicine God gave us is food. Do you understand? So me, I've seen it from my years of experience. I'm doing it that way. I'm currently almost through. It has taken me since I retired last year. Do you know the laboratory analysis for my products? I spent over 2 million with NAFDAC. You must do that analysis. Then you come to filling those things. Each product, you may spend 50,000 naira. I'm about to finish, may God help me, 24 products. I want to prove to them there. It's a knowledge. When you see these practitioners put in 10 products, ask them why. It's an intuition. Do you understand? I always like to give you an example when I go. If I want to, let me give you a secret. I want to take a simple hypertensive formulation. I want to use 4 medicinal plants. The first thing that will come to my mind, safety, toxicity. Do you know even we bought, but they didn't want you to show they bought because we were waiting for vaccines. But Madagascar sold, it made millions. All the West African purchased from them, they got dollars. Even in Nigeria, they bought. Some of these big guys took those drugs. They took it. So they started with their own. So you too, if our, that's when they started calling me. You remember our artemisinin? I say, is it now you are remembering me? We would have been able to get, because artemisinin has anti-cancer and it has antiviral properties. So they were able to use that in combination of 35% of their secret plants added. Integration with this regulation in place. At least the alma mater declaration of primary healthcare in 1978 says primary healthcare, you can integrate traditional medicine gradually. So at that primary care level, you do it with the collaboration with practitioners. The practitioners must be told when to hand over to the experts. We call it referral system. You can gradually start. Lagos is doing well. They have that sense. It's difficult, but we will start somewhere. When you go to some hospitals now, they put some natural things. So we can begin to prescribe them gradually. Okay? That is integration. We just pray that Almighty God will help us. And then, finally, the quack. I've told you that don't go to school that you don't recognize. Because who is training you? What is the qualification of who is training? Most of them will tell you they have PhD. Are you not abused? How can somebody who did not make any publications will come and rub shoulders with a professor and say he's a professor in acupuncture, homeopathy? They'll be running up and down in the Ministry of Health looking for support. When I was there, when they write a letter to me to tell minister to go for their function, I say, minister, don't go. Because that place you are going to be an approval. An approval to what is not right. Let Ministry of Education approve them as, they have procedures to approve. So I hope in your training here, that is why we want the university to start. Then, like Federal Government College of Complementary, we are working to make sure that they do it right. They get the right professors. You can collaborate with China and get the right people to start teaching you. Not fake people who go to 4 months in this place and tell you they are professor. So I think we can do that. Okay? I'm an example of an Islamic scholar. I also do Islamic medicine. The Prophet had over 62 women who were active during his time. Don't get that wrong impression that Muslim women are lie. We worked hard. The Prophet Sallallahu married a wife that was older than him with 25 years. You know why? She was a businesswoman. She gave him advice, he worked for her, and she was able to package him when he was seeing the revelation that God sent to him. Because if he had married a younger wife, maybe she would not have understood. So we women are proud. We do a lot. I go to present paper internationally. Thank you.
There are some questions that came from the... All right, sir. The NAFDAC DG representative also wants to do some clarification. To do the clarification. Sir, you have 60 seconds to do the clarification.
All protocols duly observed. Madam, I'm just trying to seek some clarification. From our experience as inspectors and analysts of herbal products, there's this most of these producers combine these herbal products with other orthodox formulation and chemicals. So it's okay like that. Yes, ma'am. Clarification. Yes, ma'am.
In the history of science, it does not happen.
Okay.
How can you use orthodox and mix it? That is why we need regulation. They will give you some will mix and some you know it's not.
No, I'm trying. I seek for clarification because when we try to advise them, they think as if we are sabotaging their efforts. It's an issue. And most times, even in laboratory analysis, they find out these things and they fail the product. So when we advise them during inspection, it looks as if they are trying to pull the person back. That's why I asked for an authority like you. Thank you very much, madam.
Quickly, you talk about integration. We may not be able to integrate if there is no standardization. Like Ajias and I've mentioned, we found out that for some of us that are medical doctors, some people are taken to mentally ill person, to mental homes managed by supposedly traditional herbs, and until they came down with extrapyramidal symptoms that you need to use attain to block, then we know that it is not herbal medicine they are giving them. They dissolve chlorpromazine, CPZ, in their remedy, and either blue, black, yellow, they will now say shake it and give it to them. There has to be a kind of a standardization. If we don't do that, it may be very difficult. If you don't subject yourself to proper control, how are we sure there will not be interaction? You know, it's better you don't do it rather than killing patients. Because these are something that you cannot, you yourself, probably you treated about 50 people. And clinical trial will have treated lots of people. They know the active ingredient. They know what can come out of that active ingredient, each and every one of them. So until we standardize, and I think we mentioned the issue of standardization when Ajia was talking. Then on the issue of the courses run, this year there will be many schools, like at least I know about 3. Unimed is one. Federal College of Allied Health Sciences in Enugu is another one. They have even reached out to me that we can do degree course with them. We share faculty with Federal College of Complementary and Alternative Medicine, the Kaduna campus and Ekpe campus. So what is delaying is the curriculum, and we need to get it right. We are adding more courses, traditional. What is traditional here will be complementary in another place. And what is complementary here, alternative medicine will be traditional in the other side. So it's a work in progress, and the Unimed Ondo is on the right track, and whatever we need to do together to put the traditional medicine in its rightful place, we will do it. Governors in some states they are already troubled. I know Lagos State sent their commissioner came to visit Dr. Alausa, Honorable Minister of State, on this issue. And I think when your committee came, or your group came, the minister mentioned all these things on the need to regulate and have a council, and have a council that will regulate the practice. Even the pharmacists that believe, or traditional medicine people that believe that they are doing remedy, the remedy
Center for Herbal Medicine and Drug Discovery, you will surely get answers to that. You all agree with me that we have learned a lot from the people invited, from the keynoter, from the guest speaker. Personally, I've learned a lot, and I'm going to put them to use so that I can be part of the global market of the $100 billion that will get to $1 trillion by 2050. So I've already keyed myself into that. It is time for us to appreciate our people. They have done well for us, and we want to show our own token of appreciation. And we'll be starting that with the keynoter, the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Academics. We'll be presenting a bountiful gift that we have, lectern air, so that this thing can be presented. Yes, ma'am. And also the keynoter, ma'am. No, we'll do it.
Thank you very much we are trying to give a small token to pharmacy. Zainab Sharaf, you saw how she presented her keynote address with much enthusiasm, all the energy and the passion for traditional medicine. We thank you very much. We've learned a lot from you. The university is grateful that you came all the way from Abuja and honored this invitation. Thank you very much. And also on behalf of the university management and the entire UNIMED community, we'll give you this, a small token of from the university. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Also, we want to appreciate the Honorable Minister of State for Health and Social Welfare. Dr. Aderemi, since the beginning of the program, has been wearing two caps. He's going to be receiving the gift on behalf of the minister, and at the same time also getting our token of appreciation for being part of our speakers. And to do that for us is our librarian, Dr. Oduole Adebambo.
Thank you, Paul. You didn't put substantive librarian. Thank you very much. Okay, this is for. Where's the minister? Okay, this is for the minister. I can hardly carry itself. It's very heavy, full of herbal medicine. Sir, on behalf of UNIMED, the Center for Drug, headed by our own Mama Lawo. We call her Mama Lawo. This is for the minister. As you are wearing two caps, sir, when I give you this, you have to change the cap to wear your own cap. On behalf of UNIMED and the Center for Drug Discovery, we want to thank the Minister for taking time out to be here. I want to thank you for representing him. Please send our greetings. This is from UNIMED on behalf of the Council, the Vice Chancellor, and all staff and students that are here. Thank you, sir.
Can I say something on behalf of the Minister? All right.
No, there's no, it's full of herbs.
Okay.
Herbs. Leaves. Yes. And this is from the Center for Herbal Medicine and Drug Discovery, University of Medical Science. That's the pioneer medical university in Nigeria. We are presenting this to you, Dr. Aziz Aderemi, for being for representing the minister and on your own recognition as the sole administrator of the Federal College of Center. There's a college in Ekpe. We want to thank you for coming, sir. And Kaduna today. We want to thank you for honoring us. We thank you and wish you journey mercy. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much.
I'm giving you a lot. This one also is for you.
Okay. All right, thank you very much. The one for the minister.
Yes.
What do you have inside?
Apple products.
I hope it's not dollars. It's not pound sterling. It's not naira.
No.
Because I cannot open it now until we get to Abuja. So thank you very much. I appreciate all.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Please let's give them a round of applause. You know, our substantive librarian, the first substantive one at that, there is this way. He has his own way of doing his own things. You will see some efficacy, quote and unquote, if I'm allowed to use that. And I love that, the way he does his things. Let's appreciate him one more time. I know you get to know him more as we progress. Right now, keynote, guest speaker. See, we've done the two. You were supposed to come and do minister stuff. Also, we want to express our appreciation to some of the people that we have here, particularly the practitioners. They've been patient, they've listened. I know some of us will be wondering that they have not really said anything. I guess the president will have the opportunity of saying something now. So we'll do two things, okay? After receiving his own gift from us, we'll allow him to say one or two things, particularly bordering on collaboration. We know we need to work together. And I love his cap. For the moment he came in, that was the attraction for me. Maybe I will get one from you, sir. And then dress like you. I also put that cap. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I want to call on you. Go do it. May I please invite Professor Adegeye to this side of the divide, who will do this one for us, presenting to the acting director just told me that Professor Adegeye is their grand patron in Babalawo/Mamalawo's business in UNIMED. Please let's appreciate Prof. Thank you, sir. And I call on Laje, Ambassador Dr. Ibrahim Dadana Kowa Usman, to receive Thank you, sir.
I was hiding myself, and then they discovered me. Let me appreciate the keynote speaker and the challenges he gave us. Until about July last year, I was here. and I am a herbalist. Clap for me now. Not many people will own up to say they are a herbalist. I'm a herbalist, and we have quite a lot of things that when I was here, I was trying to make sure that we encourage the students to appreciate herbal medicine. Because as we said just now, the doctors will tell us that no testing, no this and that. So what we have done in our own is to make sure that we look at some herbs that we do not need to have tests, because over a period of 1,000 years, they have been used in Europe, everywhere in India. I have a particular one, which I think, I'm sorry if I have to take, because you gave me the opportunity of coming out. I have one which I call Centella asiatica. And because I grow the plant in Ileoluji, I call it Centella lugica. How did I get it? I got to India in the Biotech Institute and got it from them. And they gave me just 2 samples. And they were worried why I was so enthusiastic about getting a brain tonic plant. And I said, come. I said, in Nigeria, we are basically mad people. He said, because if you look at the Okada rider, he's driving like a mad person. You see the nurses even in the hospital, they behave like as if they are mad. The market women, they behave as if they are mad. So I said, this must be very good for us. I can tell you this. The product is with me. I use it to make sure that those people in the higher levels, the VCs and so on, are using them because it's a brain tonic. All right? It's a brain tonic. And let me tell you, the students, particularly because of the economic value of it. I'm a professor of agricultural economics, but I studied economics. I didn't study agriculture, but I practice agriculture now. Clap for me now. So, a kilogram of the product of what I have, and there's nothing you add to it. I don't add anything to it. A kilogram of it will sell for 240,000 naira when made into capsules. Is that not enough? It's not enough. So a ton of that particular product will fetch us 240 million naira if it is produced and distributed. And I told the management in the university, I said, if we have 2 or 3 of such products, we don't need to wait for all those state government to come and pay our salary. Once again, let me appreciate the center and appreciate those people who came today to talk, because we know that the future of medicine and of healthcare depends upon this herbal medicine. And I hope that, sir, you will also still collaborate with the people in the university, we who are speaking grammar all the time, and then of course we're happy that you are here to appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Executive Seat, and thank you, my sister and brother. Thank you very much. My name is Laje Ambassador Dr. Ibrahim Dadanakwa, President of Modern Traditional Medicine Practitioner of Nigeria, also the Santan President, Greenwood Association for Medicinal Plant Conservation, Exhibition and Exportation. And I'm happy I start this African Medicine Day today in Edo State, Ondo State. I'm happy very. May God help us, and may God answer the traditional medicine prayer, the government to do the council institution. Thank you very much, my people.
Thank you very much, sir. Now we move to other people also we want to appreciate, and I will be calling on the chairperson of the local organizing committee, Dr. Agbaje to please come around to present this. We are presenting to Chief Dr. Ajagunla Oluwadare, the Chairman, Modern Traditional Medicine Practitioner of Nigeria, Ondo State Chapter. May I see? Chief Dr. Ajagunla Oluwadare to please come forth to receive our token of appreciation.
On behalf of the Vice Chancellor, University of Medical Sciences, and the management team, and on behalf of the Center for Herbal and Medicine and Drug Discovery, University of Medical Sciences, we present this token as our love to you. We appreciate you, sir. Thank you for coming.
For the 3 remaining presentations, I call on the Acting Director of Center for Herbal Medicine and Drug Discovery to do them for us. The next person we want to appreciate is Dr. Alimi Yusuf, Chairman, National Herb Mixture Practitioner. Dr. Halimi Yusuf.
Thank you so much, sir, for coming. On behalf of the Vice Chancellor and the Center for Herbal Medicine and Drug Discovery, University of Medical Sciences, please accept this token as a token of appreciation for being around. Thank you.
Also, I call on Dr. Joseph Udo, representing the DG NAFDAC, to also come forth for a token of appreciation.
On behalf of the Vice Chancellor and the Center for Herbal Medicine and Drug Discovery, UNIMED, we present this token to you, your DG. Please help us extend our greetings to her. Thank you for coming.
Can I say something? Thank you very much on behalf of my DG. Now that the keynote speaker has keynoted all of us, I'm expecting to get more clients in NAFDAC office who are looking forward to registering their products. Our doors are open. We have more than 20 products, herbal products that are registered with the agency. Our office is at the Federal Secretariat. My numbers are readily available and email addresses. You can call me from the comfort of your room or answer you. My wife is not here, so you call me anytime I'll pick the phone. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much, sir. I encourage the guys in PR unit, please ensure that before he leaves, he pays for the advert he just made. Last but not least here is pharmacist Radiato. That's the lady. She wasn't expecting that we would appreciate her.
Hello. On behalf of the Vice Chancellor and the Center for Herbal Medicine and Drug Discovery, we hereby present this gift to you.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, the Deputy Vice Chancellor, the Vice Chancellor, for inviting us. And like they already mentioned, I'm here representing the Minister of State for Health. And on behalf of him, I say thank you for this. All the best. Thank you.
Did you hear? On that soft note, you know, she has given us something soft towards the end. So on that soft note, we are gradually getting there. But quick announcement. Immediately after the program, we'll all step out there to have group photograph and also take a photograph with the students that are here present. And the other announcement is for the students. Please ensure that you sign out. You know, you signed in, please sign out. It is very important that we do that. I am not the one speaking. It is what they have asked me to tell you that I've just told you. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate everybody, and we have come to the end of the second edition of African Traditional Medicine Day. My name once again is Isaac Oluyi, the University PRO. Thank you, and God bless you.
Amen.